Hello everyone, my name is Precious and welcome to my channel. Let's talk with Precious. So today I'm going to be reviewing the New Orleans Voodoo Terror book and deck. I got this book and deck, I think it was one day last week after hunting the delivery man down because the delivery people for Amazon have been terrible this week. They've been forgetting people's packages and they've just not been on their job. Hey, Beautiful Magic. I done messed the whole deck up. I done turned it over and everything. Let me try to get these cards right. But yeah, Amazon Prime, they've just been not been on their job. I've had to scream at people over the phone, which I really like doing. I've had to call the UPS people, Amazon. I've had to call everybody. So pretty much what the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot deck is, this tarot deck is based on the religions of Voodoo, Santeria, and Congo. And Voodoo can also be split into different sects, whether it's the Louisiana Voodoo or the Haitian Voodoo. And in this book, and this is how thick the book is, it will explain to you what each of the tarot cards mean. And each of the tarot cards do have symbols or veves or orishas or loas or petros as they're called on here that represent different things. They're pretty much like the basic tarot cards, except they have a more religious context to it. I decided to get it because my husband said that there was a protest, and instead of meeting their employees' requests, Amazon decided to fire everyone. And I see why, because I was saying to myself that due to COVID-19, and a lot of these places starting to open back up, people's minds are like, oh, now I got to find a job. Oh, now I can do whatever I want to do. So now I'm just scrambling, do this, do that. And I feel like these people that they got driving the trucks don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to read addresses, and they're just not on their jobs. Like, I've ordered online from Amazon back when COVID-19 got really bad, like when everybody was on a shut in, and my stuff came as quick as that, and I didn't have to call anybody or nothing. But it's like within the past week, I've had to constantly stay on somebody's tail about getting my books, making sure it's delivered, and making sure I get it on time. And I had to do this with them, and even with Barnes and Noble, when I got my Hoodoo Tarot deck, I had to do the same thing with them. Because unfortunately, in this time that we're in right now, you have to stay on people because people are just so scatterbrained because of money and COVID-19 and just so many demands shooting off everywhere. It's it's just it's a war zone. So you have to make sure that your butt is covered in the war zone so you can get your stuff. But yeah, so this book is pretty much well detailed. Each of the cards has different symbols or veves or pictures of the Petros or Loas or the Orishas or any of the spirits that are in Haitian or Louisiana voodoo. And like I said, they're pretty much like the basic tarot cards with the same meanings, but they just have, a religious context to it. In the back of the book, there is a glossary that explains to you the different words that are used in Santeria, in Haitian voodoo, or in Louisiana voodoo. For example, you have Ashe, which means blessings or grace, and that's a word they use in Santeria. You have Calabash, which is a gourd. And it says the calabash is used to represent the head and destiny of a follower. So that's one of the symbols on the cards. Then you have Guinea, Africa in real idolized form, the Holy Land of the Loa. So that's one of the places explained in here. And it's talking about hoodoo, saying probably derived from voodoo, a set of healing and spell practices with a very practical orientation. Then it has Hugon, which is a voodoo priest. Avon word means spirit chief, maybe the head of a Hoofer. And to me, I don't really like how they don't acknowledge Haitian voodoo in this book. And I'm noticing that a lot of religious places don't really acknowledge Haitian voodoo. It's like they acknowledge Santeria and Catholicism and hoodoo and voodoo, but it's like with voodoo, they won't say, this is the Louisiana version or this is the Haitian version. And I've even seen where the Haitian Loas, like Urzuli Freda, Urzuli Dantor, and even with Mami Wata, they're all mixed in with Dominican voodoo. And I've never even heard of Dominican voodoo before, but anyways, but I just feel like I don't know if they're trying to wipe out Haitian voodoo or just not giving any credit, but I'm just seeing that a lot where a lot of the Loas and the Vives and even the words and the references are Haitian, but they just label it as voodoo and they don't really specify where it comes from. So, yeah, this is pretty much the book and how thick it is. And this is what the book is going to look like on the inside as you're flipping through the pages. And now I'm going to show you guys the cards. And the thing I like about this box set and the cards is that it smells like shea butter. And it's kind of ironic that since this is African based, since voodoo is African based, I'm like, it smells like it's just from Africa because it smells like the shea butter and everything. But yeah, it does have a good smell to the box. So here is one set of the cards. I don't want to show you guys the whole set because I want you guys to go and get the set. So yeah. And the reason why I decided to get these cards is because I had a spiritual reading done on me with these cards, and I was able to find out that I had roots in Santeria, which is something I'm not surprised by at all, because I've somehow gotten connected to Santeria. I've been connected to Santeria for a long time, so I'm not surprised that those are my ancestral roots. But yes. And I'm a part of this group on Facebook called the Black Terror Group. And when I posted this deck on there, a lot of people said they just really couldn't connect with it. And some people said they didn't like the pictures. I personally think that, and I've heard of people doing interviews with the Terror deck and book to see if this is the right deck for them. How should they use it? And some people say they just can't connect with it. I want to say that the only way you can connect with this deck is if you're well versed in the religions that are a part of the deck. Like I said, this deck is based in hoodoo, voodoo, and Santeria. And the book also has sacrifices, like real sacrifices in the beginning of the book, and also rituals that are a part of the religions mentioned in the book where you can get a better understanding of the cards or a better connection with the religions of this card and deck. And you really don't have to do that because I'm not going to do it. But I just know that in order for you to like really understand this deck and how to use it, you do have to be well versed in Santeria, hoodoo, and voodoo. And when I say voodoo, it's best to know the Louisiana voodoo and the Haitian voodoo because even at the bottom, some of the words are, I know you guys can't see it too well because of the shine. The words at the bottom are in French. It'll have the numbers at the top, and then you see like the names of the Orishas or the names of the Loas at the top. It'll let you know who's on the card. Hello. So that's pretty much it for the first deck. And so now I'm going to go in and go over two cards in the deck to give you guys an explanation of how you can read the cards if you don't practice or know anything about any of these religions. So the card I picked was Oya. I do know of Oya. Oya is the storm goddess or the storm Orisha, and she is a female. And Oya is known as a warrior Orisha as well. If you guys saw one of my videos, I had a dress that mimicked the image of Oya on that dress. And then in this one, you have the Ogun La Flambeau. This is Petro, so this is probably Haitian based. So I'm going to go in the book and read what the Oya card represents. Okay, so Santeria Earth Oya. So it says the contemplation lightning strikes a tree within the graveyard. It falls and becomes covered with the far reaching growth of an eggplant. So this is pretty much what you see on the card. You see the lightning because Oya is the Orisha that causes lightning, and then you see the eggplants down here. So that's what it's describing is what the picture looks like. And the divination or the meaning of the card says an abrupt change in the situation, gain in the marketplace, turn for the better in matters of business. So that's what this card means. So if you don't want to read it from a religious standpoint, you can read it from a basic standpoint. Because when it says divination in this book, it's pretty much telling you the meaning of the card. Now we're going to move on to the Ogun La Flambeau. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I'm being kind of boring, but I'm just trying to find the page in here. Okay, I found it. Okay, so it says here the contemplation, which is what the picture is, says, count your wounds after the great battle. Whose hand struck at you, and at whom did you strike? And it says divination or the meaning is pain, especially physical, and aching questioning of one's actions leading to despair, war, strife, internal or external, actions against life and death must lead to regret, constructive use of a potentially destructive force, the ability to still question things and ideas to which one has given much. So that's pretty much what this card means. So, like I said, you can use this reading in like a spiritual reading if you know how to connect with the spirits. Or you can do a basic reading with these cards, but they'll just have a religious and cultural context to them. And as far as the price of of this deck, I think it was about $35. So this is how it'll look. It'll come in a bookcase like this, and it'll come with the book on the inside like this. And when you take the book out, this is how it will look. So do you guys have any questions about the tarot deck? Okay, I hope you all liked this video. Don't forget to like, leave a comment in the comment section, and have a good day.